Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. I hope everybody's having a good Friday night. It's been a day. I did get some yarn in today, so I'm going to show y'all that. And then I have some interesting channel news, something I've been working on pretty much all day long. And so I'm going to share that with y'all. Something I didn't know that I was quite capable of, but apparently I am. Some of y'all in the, oh Lord, shaking the camera, sorry. Some of y'all in the general chat of the Facebook page are already aware. Just a couple of y'all that I just kind of shared a little picture of and asked questions about, but y'all find out here in just a minute. But I did order some Premier yarn from Maxim on the 4th, and I just now got it today. So I talked about this in yesterday's video, how I had to email them, and then my stuff got sent out right away. But they had a good sale on these Sweet Roll Vivids. I know I'm late to the party on this, but I wanted to wait until they were on a good sale because the yardage in these is not you know, you don't get as much yardage in these as you do the regular sweet rolls. The regular sweet rolls, you get like 245 yards. And these, you only get, let me see where it is, 174 yards. You see what I'm saying? So I was a little reluctant to pay $4.99, almost, you know, $5 a cake for something that I'm only getting 174 yards of. So when I saw them $1 off at Maxim, and then they were having 4-cent shipping, I said, okay, why not? So I went ahead and got them for $3.99. So I was okay to pay $3.99 each rather than $4.99 each. So that is a whole $1 off. And then the shipping was only 4 cents. And you know, anytime you can get a break on shipping when you're ordering online, you go for it. So this is the color I got. Gorgeous. It's definitely my colors. There's turquoise and purple and some green in here. And this color, let's see, the cake is 174 yards, 160 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It is a 4 medium worsted weight. Recommends a 5.5 knitting needle, 5.5 crochet hook. It's got that tested against 350 harmful substances. Machine wash and dry. Of course, it's 100% acrylic. This color is called Tetra, and I got 9 of these. You know, always, for some reason, I'm just stuck. That number is stuck in my head. It's an odd number, of course, but I ordered them in that number because you get them in 3. They come in 3 packs, in plastic, in 3 packs, and I wanted them, the majority of them, to be in plastic, so that I could put them in the cubes and they would be protected in plastic. So, but that is gorgeous. But this is the one, I mean, and this is the squish factor. Let me see if I can find, yeah, okay. All right, this is a regular sweet roll. This is Bubble Pop. This is Bubble Pop. This is the colorway that I use to make that ripple blanket that I ended up giving Llama Mama Kayla in April on her birthday. So this is the yarn that I use for that. And this one is 245 yards, 224 meters, 5 ounces, and 140 grams. Same, the rest of it is the same exact specs. But this is just, I don't know. I think this might be a smidge softer. Just a smidge, because this has always been like butter when you use it. But I think sometimes when yarn is left on a shelf like mine is, it does get a little dried out, and this one's been left out a little while, and it might be just a bit dried out. Like if I opened up a brand new package that I got back here, it would be softer than this. This has been dried out a little bit, but that's okay, because when anything I make, I wash with fabric softener, and it goes right back to being squishy and wonderful. But not that this isn't really buttery soft right now. It's just not as soft as it normally is because it's been on the shelf for a while. So I didn't know if y'all knew that, but if you know, I did know that. The yarns do dry out just a little bit. Acrylic yarn specifically will do that. When you leave them out a while, they'll get a little drier. But you know, it doesn't hurt anything, but they do get, you know, a little stiffer a little bit, you know, depending on how long they're left dry, you know, on a dry surface like that. They do get a little dry. But this, oh my goodness, that is squishy central. Look at that. My fingers can touch through the cake. That's how squishy that is. That's amazing. Very happy with this. So I don't know what I'll make with it yet, but I do love it. And then I got a 3-pack of just Premier Basics in the color purple. Just purple. I don't buy a lot of purple, but at the time that I bought this purple, I thought it would match this cake. But it does not. Alas, it does not. It is not the same purple. I saw that when it came in. I was like, oh, bummer. It doesn't match. But that's okay. I'll find a use for this purple. Not concerned. I'm just going to stick it down here since it's in plastic. I'm going to stick it down there since it's in plastic. And these other 2 packs of this, I'm going to put down here too. See there, I won't be stuck with a bunch of bags and boxes all over my room again. Bags and boxes all over the place when I went to clean Monday. Is like, oh my gosh. But not this time. I'll figure out, let's see. Yeah, we'll put it over here. Let's stick it on top of these other cakes. I'll put it behind there. I'll leave the others in plastic, and I'll leave that one there on the corner. Yeah, it'll be fine for now. Anyway, on to this other business. Excuse me, strawberry water. I've been working all day on my own shawl pattern. I wanted something simple and easy and lacy, but that someone with my hand issues would have no problems working up. Something that could be worked up in any weight of yarn with the right hook. And I think I got it. And I really like, I've been wanting to work with the V-stitch. I know the V-stitch is so easy, ridiculously easy. I like easy. I don't like complicated crochet acrobats. Those of you that have been around the channel long enough, y'all know what I mean about crochet acrobats. You go down here and pull up a loop. You go over here and pull up a loop. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. What are we doing, Bubba? Y'all want to see my baby? There's Theodore. Look at his cute face. He's so cute. Yeah, my baby. Oh, he's tired from doing nothing. Let me kiss. Kiss. No? Okay. He kisses my hand as I put the camera back down. All right, go lay on the bed. Go. Go. Go, bully. Go lay down. He's bully for a lot of reasons. He's bulldog. He is an actual bully. And right now, they want those treats that are in the cabinet that Carla sent. They've gotten into this habit of bullying me for those treats because they're in love with those the little small ones with the marrow thing in the biscuits with the marrow in them. Yeah, they're in love with those. They think I should give them to them every day. Never mind that normally they get biscuits at night before bed. Now they think they should have have treats in the middle of the day too. You think they're fat now? They're so spoiled, so spoiled. But anyway, back to the shawl. I'm not gonna, squirrel on y'all. But anyway, so I worked all day, and first I thought I wanted to do it with the double V-stitch, two double crochets, chain two double crochets. I worked and worked on that, and I frogged it back like two or three times because it just simply would not lay flat. It was waving. I couldn't get it to lay right. I couldn't get it to work out right. And so then I said, well, let me go down to just a regular V-stitch, just double crochet, chain one, double crochet. And after only frogging back maybe like 1.5 times, I got it. So this is what I came up with. This is just a piece of it. I hadn't got it big enough to really say that I've got it completely, got it. But this is the concept so far. So it's just very simple. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be something very simple, beginner friendly. Something that someone that had just learned crochet could pick up and do. So when I do the tutorial a couple of weeks from now probably, because what I'm going to do is some testing. I want to test it on 4-weight yarn. I want to test it on 5-weight yarn. I want, to make sure that you can just use it with a big hook, with the big, the 5-weight yarn, like puzzle yarn, or this this yarn that I got. I really want a shawl with this gemstone. I think that because it says it's a 5-weight yarn, but look at that. That's not 5-weight. That's got to be roving, because some of it is thicker than that. But I really want to try it with this. This is 100% acrylic, but look at how gorgeous that is. That's really gorgeous. So I really want to try it with this. And this is just my leftover, where did I put that tape? Here. My beach glass. This is this. I just balled the rest of that cake up, like the hand balled it up. That's what it looks like when I hand ball something up. It looks like a tiny football. But this is not enough to make a big shawl. I will finish this tonight with this yarn just to see how it completely looks with cotton, this cotton acrylic blend. And then I have some pink Bamboo Joy, Premier Pink Bamboo Joy that is 3-weight, that I will probably try it in that. And then I'm gonna try it in the gemstone. And then I have some Red Heart ombre over there in the tub somewhere in a what is that color that I can't pronounce? It starts with an A, but I have a couple of skeins of it that I want to try it in. So that's why I say it's going to take me 2 to 3 weeks to get a tutorial out, because I want to make sure that it works on all these different weights, and that that it is as easy as it appears to be now. So this is with a 5mm hook that I'm using now, and you see it's going to have a decent drape, but it's just V-stitches. I'm going to call it V for Victory shawl. So because V-stitches, V Victory, well, I mean, it just rolls off. It's just what popped in my head. So, and me being a Christian and everything, victory in Jesus comes to mind, because that's what I felt like. Because at one point I was just gonna give up after I frogged like the 5th time, and went back to just string, just yarn. After I frogged it all the way back down to nothing, I was just like, and then that voice said, "Don't give up." And so I tried one more time. That's when I was trying with the double V, with the double two crochets, 2 double crochets, chain 2. I went down to just 1 chain in between, and that just wasn't enough. believe me, I tried a little bit of everything to try to make it with the double V, and it just wasn't going to happen. And so I just had to kind of stop and sit for about 30 or so minutes, and then I said, okay, let's try with just a regular V and see if that worked. And I still had to frog. I had to frog it back to just row 1 and then try again to finally get the final, you know, layout of it. Well, once I figured it out, it was cake, you know. So I'm just really thrilled, and I'm sure somewhere out there in YouTube land, someone has probably come up with a shawl very similar to this, using this similar stitch, but I'm probably putting my own spin on this in the way that I started it and the way that I'm doing it. So I'm sure that somebody in the comments will let me know that someone else has come up with something very similar. I'm sure Bag O' Day has probably got something extremely similar, but it's not me. So I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing with this shawl because someone else has something similar. You know, if you go out there and search, say just for instance, you go search for a hexagon cardigan, you're gonna get 20 to 30 tutorials on a hexagon cardigan, all with a different take on how to do it. So I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing because someone else has done a similar shawl? I don't think so. This is my brainchild. This is something I sat down in a whole day and came up with myself. I didn't go surfing someone's tutorials looking for it. This is something that came out of my brain, out of my creation, and is straight from my heart and my own thinking. So I'm not copying anyone. So please know that. Whoever watches this and thinks that I've, you know, stolen someone's proprietary pattern. I don't write patterns. I don't read patterns. I don't go by patterns. I work from tutorials. And there's only just a couple of shawl patterns that I've even worked from. So I don't, you know, and none of them have been from Bag O' Day. So I've worked a shawl pattern from Fiber Spider, from Fiber Flux. I think I've worked 1 or 2 of hers, and the Secret Yarnery, you know. So Bag O' Day does a lot of acrobats, but I've worked a lot of her regular stitches, and like the prairie stitch that I used on 3 different blankets, two or three different blankets. So she does a lot of stuff that I do enjoy using. So, and she's a very good teacher. So I don't knock anything she does, but please know that I did not copy anything she's done. This was strictly from my brain. So if it looks or seems like anything of anybody else's, that's strictly coincidence. I just want to put that out there. So this is my V for Victory shawl, and I will be putting it out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Hopefully a month at the outset. But I just want to run it through a series of tests and make sure that I can make it full-sized, and that it's really easy, and just, you know, that I can run it completely through and all the different sizes of yarn. Now, I don't have any 2-weighted yarn. I can't use 2-weighted yarn or 1-weighted yarn, but I think that this would work with that size of yarn. I think it would work beautifully with that size weight of yarn. If you are able to do that, wonderful. But that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure, is that I created a shawl that would work with any weight yarn, that it would be simple and would work with any weighted yarn. Not, you know, because there are some shawls that won't, you know, that it only work with lightweight yarn, or only work with you know, that only work with certain weight yarn. And so I wanted mine to be more versatile, and you know, and easier to, you know, do, and that you could just pull yarn off your shelf, out of your tub, and use whatever you have on hand. I didn't want anyone to feel like they had to go out and buy yarn strictly to work my tutorial. I wanted you to be able to pull out whatever you have on hand and work the tutorial. So that's why I want to give it a full test before I release it, because you know, if it flunks any of the tests that I'm going to put it through, then I won't do it, because I'm not going to put anybody through not being able to do it, you know, because they don't have the yarn. Because not everybody can have a stash like this, and I want everybody from any walk of life to be able to do it. So that's why I'm doing it the way that's my plan anyway. So, but so far, when I got to this row, which is like what, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. When I got 8 rows in, and it was flat, and it looks as good as it looks, I'm extremely encouraged by my progress. So I'm gonna go and probably eat another bit of tacos, which is what we had for supper. I'm gonna eat some more tacos, and then I'm going to put Supernatural back on the TV, and I'm gonna work up this shawl, and in this very thin 4-weight cotton, and then when I get that done, I will go probably find some 5-weight or yarn, you know, probably some Red Heart something. I'll grab some Red Heart. I got some scrap yarn I can grab, and that's pretty thick, and I'm gonna work it up in that, and I'm just gonna keep testing it until I'm completely happy that you can work it in any size yarn up to a 5-weight, meaning puzzle yarn. You know, puzzle yarn is a thinner 5-weight yarn. I'm not talking about blanket yarn. I'm talking about like puzzle yarn. So if you're not familiar, let me see if I can grab something. Yeah, it's a messy skein, but this is basic. This is Barcelona yarn from Loops and Threads, but it's basically puzzle yarn. But this is a 5-weight I'm talking about. It's a bit thicker than a 4. So this is what I'm talking about. So, where'd that come from? This is actually Premier Puzzle. This is Premier Puzzle. And so this is your 5-weight. So I want to work it up in one of these, you know, one of these weighted yarns like this, so that you can know if it's going to work in this weighted yarn or not, because some of y'all might only have something like this, and I want you to be able to do that, because this is sold at Walmart for cheaper than you can get it on Premier's website. And so now my final tutorial, I don't know which weight of yarn I will do in the tutorial. I don't know yet, but I don't know yet, but I probably won't do a really huge one in the tutorial. I'll work probably 10 rows in the tutorial, just to kind of get you acclimated, because these 8 rows that I've worked, it's just going to be the same after that. It's just going to be the same exact thing over and over and over again, just like the granny, because my goal was to make something that was really similar to a granny stitch shawl. Really similar to a granny stitch shawl, like so similar, except for a V-stitch, and that's pretty much what I've come up with. So, but I couldn't, you know, I just wanted it to work in my head. So that's why I'm not going to worry about grabbing anybody's proprietary stuff, because this is something that any experienced crocheter could have come up with out of their own head. So, you know, if you worked with your yarn enough, you could come up with this yourself if you had the time. So, but a lot of folks just don't have the time, or, you know, the inclination. So, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm the YouTuber, so and I hadn't put out a tutorial since earlier this year. I'm not a big tutorial channel. It's not like the main focus of my channel, but maybe 1 or 2 a year wouldn't hurt, right? But this just plopped down in my brain today, and I just said, you know, I wanted to come up with my own shawl pattern, shawl tutorial for quite some time, but I really wasn't sure how to go about it, or if I could even pull it off. And but I'm very encouraged by my progress here, and hopefully, good Lord willing, I'll be able to pull it off and come up with a tutorial for y'all. But this is very encouraging. I wouldn't even come to y'all in this video and talk about it if I wasn't very encouraged with it, and you know, pretty confident that I can make it happen. So anyway, I look forward to hearing y'all's comments about it and what y'all think about it. If y'all have negative comments, keep them to yourself. Because like Crystal said in her video yesterday or wherever it was, she just looks forward to deleting them. Well, that's probably what I will do too. Because this is a positively only zone. No negativity is what, you know, will be accepted, because that's just ridiculous. We are crocheters. Crochet is supposed to be a peaceful, relaxing activity. It's not supposed to be stressful. It's not supposed to be negative and backbiting. So let's not do that here. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful Friday night. I'm gonna just go crochet up a storm and try to enjoy myself as I do it. And I hope you all are also enjoying your day. And please know that I love you, and so does Jesus. And adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye now.